another edition of the show. It is December 15th, 2021, rapidly approaching Christmas. I'm joined in studio once again by Kyle Klingman. He's usually remote up in Iowa, but he's here today. We had a Christmas party last night, and Kyle actually got drunk on eggnog, took his shirt off, and sang karaoke to Bon Jovi.
Oh,
it was
dude,
crazy.
it was. I hope there's footage out there. I hope it goes viral because it's so like me that I just want that image to keep getting perpetuated. So yeah, just let's keep that rolling.
Let's make its way around.
It's a great moment.
Instagram.
Great. Yeah, exactly.
Yeah. Okay, enough party talk. Let's get to the show. Bring on today's guest. He was an NCAA runner-up last year from Arizona State, Brandon Courtney. Brandon, how the heck are you today?
Good. How are you guys? Thanks for having me.
Yeah, I'm doing great. Did you catch that clip of Kyle on the internet yet? Waving his shirt over his head?
No, I'm gonna have to see that.
Okay.
Oh man, it's special, dude. It's it'll get to Arizona. You know, the internet kind of works that way. It doesn't really matter time and space. It'll get there.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
All right. You're crazy.
Awesome.
Brandon, I know we can talk about the season, which we'll get to, and last year and a bunch of things, but I kind of just want to learn your journey through the sport and understand, starting with, like, how old were you when you got introduced to wrestling? How did you get introduced to wrestling? What was your first practice or memories like?
Dude, it's actually, whoever knows the story, that's pretty awesome. My dad first put me in wrestling when I was 5, and the reason he put me into wrestling was I was in dance class, and my dad would go to work all the time, and he came to watch me. He's like, what is this? I'm putting my son in a man sport. So he decided on wrestling, and that's how it all started. And then from 5 years old, I loved it and stuck with it. So yeah, that's pretty much how I got into it.
Let's back up a second. How'd you get into dance?
My mom took me.
Yeah.
Yeah, my mom would take me. I was like 4 and a half at the time, and I did it for like a few months. And then my dad came to watch me practice at a dance class, and it's like, yeah, I'm putting you in wrestling.
A stark difference between the two activities.
Yeah.
I mean, was that the first sport you played? Did you play baseball or t-ball or soccer or anything? It was like dance into wrestling.
Yeah, it was dancing to wrestling, but as I got a little bit older, I wanted to try football, I wanted to try baseball. I tried baseball, I got hit in the face with the ball. I was like, I'm never doing that again. Then football, everyone's ginormous. I was a little tiny running back trying to get touchdowns all the time, but tried jiu-jitsu too, boxing, but ultimately I stuck to wrestling.
Well, first of all, what was the transition from dance to wrestling? Like, what do you remember? Like, oh wow, this is way different. Or what did you like maybe more about wrestling?
Man, to be honest, it was like so long ago I barely like remember the dance class. Okay. But I do remember most of the wrestling. Like we went to this high school little kids club. It was called Centennial, the Coyote Yotes. And I just remember how my dad would take me to practice with the video camera every day, record all my practices. And then it started to become like, we're going to get better as the years went by. And so growing up, my dad was my coach most of the time. And I never actually had a real coach till like I got to high school. It was all my dad.
What was it? Sure. Sorry to cut you off. But you did dance and wrestling, but then you did, I think you said, football and you're too small. Baseball, you got hit in the face. But boxing and jiu-jitsu, right, which are like a lot closer to wrestling. What was it about wrestling that you were like, nah, I get team sports, not liking it, but doing the other individual combat sports, what was it about wrestling that you liked more?
I started off winning, and I loved that. Yeah, there's obviously those up and downs. Like when I would lose, I would hate it, but I started off winning, honestly, and I just loved it, kept going with that, and then it became like my life.
Did you start winning right away?
Yeah. I won my first match. It's funny, like, my very first match was in the ASU Stadium, like some Sun-Kissed tournament.
Uh-huh.
And then my first year, like actually, I would go to like those weekend tournaments, and that's the only things I would compete at. I won state my first year, and it was just like, this is kind of fun. Get to slam these little kids in the head. But pretty much stuck with that, man. And ever since I was 5, I've been just wrestling.
When you were 5 or 6 or 7, what were your favorite moves? And do you hit some of the same stuff today?
Double leg and headlock. That was it. That was it. And Arizona wrestling at the time, like it was not big in wrestling at all. So I would just, and then eventually I started to like my dad started to study people like John Smith and stuff like that, and I tried mimicking them, and then that's how my style came.
Did you guys like watch tapes, films, or DVDs, or digital whatever videos together, or would he like watch them and be like, "Hey, we're gonna try this stuff"?
Most of the time, he would watch them, and be like, "Let's try this." Sometimes once I was a little bit older to actually pay attention, I would watch them with him. But ultimately, he would just watch it, study it, show me it. It's kind of funny because he didn't know much about wrestling, and then now he just all he thinks about.
And this just because your son got into it was good, and he like dug in deep.
Say that again. You cut off.
Yeah, your dad, like his fascination with wrestling. He had no background at all, and then his son starts doing it and gets kind of good, and then he just like digs in real deep. Is that what?
Yeah, that's exactly what happened. Came his passion too.
Was it always positive? Was it ever overbearing?
Yeah, for sure. It was sometimes like we'd get into deep, but that's part of it. We wanted to win, and it became like this like mutual thing. Like we'll do whatever it takes to win. Like if I would lose, I'd go home and I'd practice with him, and that's just been all the way up to high school. Really.
Wow. When did you start setting goals for high school?
Um, After my freshman year, I lost in the high school state finals.
Uh-huh.
That was pretty much honestly triggered me to like just train, go out to wrestle at these national tournaments, try to get my rep up. It's mainly because I lost. So after my freshman year, going into my sophomore year, that's when I kind of snapped into it and started taking stuff seriously. I could actually go somewhere with this.
So that loss being so impactful, I guess. Describe to me like the end of the match or the hands getting raised and where you went after that match and what you did or thought about and what you remember about that experience.
I wrestled the kid during the year and I lost, so making the state finals was like, oh, I'm gonna beat him this time. I'm not worried about it. And I was a little cocky just because I was coming out of middle school, like being really good in Arizona. I was thinking like, all these high school kids can't wrestle with me. This kid was a senior, cutting weight. Keep in mind I was weighing like 103 at the time, wrestling 106 or 108. And so after that loss, man, it kind of just that sucked because I was supposed to be this 4-time state champ. This kid took it away from me. He's nobody, and so pretty much, yeah. After he got his hand raised, I went home, did all my crying, got all that out, and then we started right back to it. Started heading to all the national tournaments in the summer, stuff like that.
Were you wrestling freestyle in the summers?
Yeah, I would always wrestle freestyles. It was mainly freestyle. I honestly never really went to those folk style tournaments like Super 32 and stuff like that, even though it's preseason, but like it's mainly freestyle.
Sure. Which one? What do you like better, freestyle or folk style?
I love freestyle, man. I really hope one day they change college to freestyle.
Kyle, do you think that's gonna happen?
I don't. I mean, not anytime soon. It's such a compelling debate. It's going to be monumental to change it. However, I think with women's wrestling on the move, that's freestyle. So I think at some level, people are going to ask questions like, why are they doing it different than they're doing it? And this might be the impetus for that. I don't know, but I think it'll be a long road to hoe.
Would you like to see?
I would not. I want folk style still. I do not want it to change to freestyle. So that's where I am on that.
It was fun. Folk style is super fun.
I'm a
I definitely learned to love it.
yeah, yeah. I was on the folk style train, and I like folk style. I love folk style. I love wrestling, but
Mm.
freestyle has overtaken what I'm more interested in.
And let me just ask you this. So, as you know, the technical superiority, it goes fast. I mean, these meets could be over in 20 to 30 minutes. Are you cool with that?
What? A college dual meet?
Yeah. I mean, you get a trapped arm gut and it's over in a minute. Like, I mean, it could be over in
Yeah.
30 minutes.
You could walk in and get pins and folk style. It could be over in 30 minutes.
Not like freestyle. I mean, freestyle goes way quicker.
10 matches.
10 matches. I guarantee you,
You're not gonna have a 30-minute duel.
if Penn State wrestled a nameless school that's D1, they would win in 30 minutes or less.
Yeah, no,
Guaranteed.
I agree with you too. It could, but I mean, if you think about it, like all those Big Ten schools, like that's where all the action's going to be at, and I don't see like I see most of those matches like going the distance, but it would still end up being shorter because freestyle is only 6 minutes.
Sure.
So
Yeah.
one minute, but I feel like that would make a difference too.
And there's no sudden victory, of course, either in freestyle. But it's going to have to change in high school, too. So it would be a massive overhaul, is all I'm saying. I don't think it's happening anytime soon.
I don't think it's happening in our lifetimes.
Yeah,
or until we're
Yeah.
yeah, it's monumental. And there's NCAA reps that have said they move at glacial speed. So to think about them implementing that anytime soon, don't see it happening.
Well, good thing is we have a freestyle season. There's
Yeah.
this freestyle wrestling does exist, right? Post collegiate. So,
Yeah, don't get me wrong. I love folk style. I'm still happy with it.
yeah.
But preferably, I want freestyle.
Yep. So you lose that freshman year. You rip off 3 titles, right? When did you start thinking about wrestling in college? And did you know it was Arizona State right away, or maybe what was the recruiting process like?
Oh man, I didn't think I was gonna actually start wrestling in college, so I got my first phone call from I forgot what school. I think it was like Northwestern or something. I didn't think that was like a thing. So I got my first phone call after I won Fargo, and then I was like, "Whoa, what is going on?" I'm like, I was so nervous just to like talk to all these coaches, and it's awesome. But I didn't really take much visits, man. But the thought of wrestling in college came, like it started settling in after I went Fargo.
Yeah.
I was like, I'm going to college. Like, it's going to happen.
That's pretty awesome.
Yeah, feeling was awesome.
What did Lee Pritts recruit you? I know we spoke about him before. He coached me right when he's out of college. He clearly coaches you, and I'm sure you have a pretty good relationship with him. Did he recruit you? Did Zeke?
Oh man, they all played their parts. It was the way they recruit is awesome. They always would be in contact with me. They would go to my matches. Like I remember, I did the Pittsburgh Classic or the duel or Pennsylvania. Yeah, I did that. They flew out. They watched me. They played their parts. They would text me, see how I was doing.
Yeah.
I love that. Shows that they cared. So that was a bonus for sure. And Lee Pritts is on. You know Lee Pritts.
Yes.
Dude, he takes it serious.
That was my next question, or I guess not a question, but just describe Lee, personality, the whole package from your point of view, right? You guys are pretty close.
Yeah, dude, I would describe Lee Pritts as probably like my second dad. Dude has been there for me since. I mean, there's ups and downs. Like that comes with everything in life, and he's been there with me through them both, and I'm thankful for that. Dude is he's a workhorse. He's always in there working out. If I don't have a partner, I'm like, Pritts, you want to go? Yeah, let me go put my shoes on. I got you. He's always there for me. He always got my back. Love that dude.
Does he have a touch of crazy? And that can be a good thing.
Hell yeah, he has a touch of crazy, and I think that's why me and him get along so good because I feel like I have that little craziness too, and it's just like any conversation I have with him is just like we're dying laughing. or we're trying to tear each other's head off.
Yep. Yep.
Yeah, dude is definitely it's a freak of nature for sure.
How would you said, he's a little crazy and maybe I'm a little crazy too. How would you describe or categorize your crazy or your level or where it fits into you?
A little crazy, but I feel like it's funny saying that out loud.
Maybe not level,
uh,
but what about you, right?
yeah,
Why
no. Um, we don't have me and Prince is saying we don't care. We'll take you on. You a heavyweight. We don't care like who you are. We'll
yeah.
scrap. And I feel like that's just not me. And Prince. Honestly, I feel like that's our whole team. Like that mindset that we have is like we're gonna scrap. We're ready to die trying.
Yeah.
And that's kind of like been like built in. Like some of us come with it, but it gets added. Gets added on. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like just builds the fire.
Speaking of the team, right? What was the pitch during recruiting and what, how close are you getting to what the vision I'm sure that has been laid out? Obviously you guys got a team trophy last year. Um yeah.
Man, it's all starting to fall together. Like when we first got here, yeah, they would. Well, every ASU was ranked like 15th or something like that. Zeke was building on that vision, and now it's like, we just took fourth place last year. We got 6 returning All Americans. Like we can definitely do this. We can like everything's falling in place. Either this year, next year, or the year after. We're just gonna keep building on that, and it's like I'm excited to be a part of it and to watch as it grows because I know with this coaching staff and with our work ethic, it's just gonna keep getting better for sure. The vision's gonna actually happen, and hopefully with me here, we get this team trophy, this number one team trophy. But along the road, I eventually see it's gonna happen for sure. It's just eventually.
So, and I assume that's the message they've been preaching. Hey, we're gonna continue to work. We're gonna work hard. We're gonna have attitude. We're gonna get better. We're gonna get team trophies. We're gonna work. We're gonna make a team title.
Mm-hmm.
So having heard that when you guys are 15th or whatever, right, and then accomplishing it, are you like, wow, we really did it? I'm kind of surprised, or were you confident the whole time that would happen?
Oh man, well, you talking about just last year, right?
Yeah, yeah. Once you finally got achieved a team trophy, it's a
Yeah.
significant step, right?
Everyone, I wasn't surprised. I knew that we had the potential to do it. Zeke knew, we all knew. We all trusted each other and they trusted us. Um, we just went out there and just, honestly, I feel like we didn't even like, the first couple rounds, we did care about the team score, or at least I did. We got to get these bonus points, bonus points, bonus points. That's what's going to get us this team trophy. And then eventually, as the tournament went on, I was in the survive mode, like
Yeah,
I just gotta win.
of course.
I win. We'll get team points, but yeah, I was a little surprised, honestly, but not too much. I knew that we definitely had it in us, and the cards played good.
Yeah, and same kind of question with yourself, right? Obviously, a great run. Um,
Mhm.
and that's an interesting part, I understand it, right? Hey, bonus points, and then it's just freaking win. Just did you come in there seeing yourself making the finals, or was it like I'm just one match at a time, man? Even though I know maybe that's a loaded
Yeah,
question.
no, yeah, I was a little surprised. I got the third seed in the
Yeah,
bracket. I saw my path. Obviously, it came out like a week before. Was it a week before?
it's several days. Yeah,
Yeah. Um, yeah, I always try not to be like, okay, I just gotta get past this person. I'm good. I always try not to look like over matches, but Sometimes you do. Sometimes it happens. And so, yeah, I saw myself making the finals. I saw the path I had. I was like, this is definitely 100% doable. This might be like the best way to the finals.
That's great. You know, Spencer Lee's one of the best guys in all of college wrestling this year and maybe of this generation. What's the mindset like? Preparing to see him in the NCAA finals.
um,
How do you approach that? And how
yeah,
about this? Would you approach it different if it happens again this year, or did you learn anything?
yeah. I learned a lot. I never wrestled him in folkstyle. I wrestled before in freestyle. Kind of like knew how he wrestled, but it was a lot different from what I remembered because I think I was like 16 at the time.
Uh-huh.
Um, But yeah, no, the mindset going in, I had Mark Perry there with me. I had Zeke Jones, Lee Pritts. They're all telling me the game plan, and this was before the finals. And yeah, dude's good on top.
Yeah.
Yeah, I definitely learned a lot for sure. But that's part of the whole process, man. You go out there, you have fun, you learn. And I definitely took some notes, came back, definitely been training.
All right. Cool. Looking forward to obviously the NCAA's and see if that one happens again. Man, another big one. Coming up not too far in the distant future, January 3rd. You guys are coming down to actually Austin here and wrestling at the JW Marriott against Michigan.
Yes, sir.
It was obviously we all know the news. Nick Suriano transferred to Michigan, and he was in Arizona, not school, but and the Sun Kiss. So like, did you guys train together?
Yeah, yeah. There's not like too many lightweights out here when it
Yeah.
comes to like we have Josh Kramer, we had Nick Sirianni, we had Micic out here for a little bit too. They were here around the same time. Um, yeah, I would go in. I would train whenever they asked me to. I would go in for the RTC, train with Nick.
So what's that experience like now? Well, I guess first of all, what did you hear when you knew he was transferring to Michigan, and you knew this duel was coming up, I assume, right at the beginning of the year. So what were your thoughts when you heard the news, the announcement, or whatever?
I wasn't expecting that honestly.
Yeah.
But hey, it's awesome, man. Like, who doesn't love some good competition? So, no, I'm excited. I'm sure all the other 25 hunters are excited. It's gonna be awesome.
Yep. Do you know much about this duel? Like the setup and what it's gonna look like?
I don't. I know it's gonna be in Texas. It's gonna be at a hotel, right?
Yep. Downtown JW
Uh,
Marriott.
yeah, you guys are hosting it.
Yep. Putting it on. So we had when Taylor and Jordan Burroughs were supposed to wrestle, and
Uh,
whatever COVID contact tracing happened, but we still had that card with Tamara and Adeline headlining it. It'd be in that same spot, so be a little bit bigger. You're gonna have like 100 fans, but it's gonna be pretty tight, small, intimate place. So we hope you guys enjoy it.
also, it's gonna
And
be.
go
Go ahead.
ahead. No, you say
So it's gonna be like those like flow events that you guys had like during the summer.
exactly.
Oh, dude, that's awesome. I'm so excited to do that.
Yeah,
I always
and
wanted to do one of those.
yeah. And I don't know if this has been announced yet, but I'll announce it. The day before, you guys fly in, I think, on the 1st. And on the 2nd, there's a Formula One track here in Austin, and we're taking y'all out there and having some go-kart races.
I've never been.
Yeah.
I've never
Super
been
fun.
go karting.
That's cool.
We actually had our company party last night, and they had go-kart sessions. So I
That's
think you guys
awesome.
will like it. Yeah,
Yeah, it's gonna be fun. I'm so excited.
I'm stoked. Okay, we got a couple games we like to play here at the end of the show. Kyle has the first one. He's gonna take it over.
Yeah, Brandon, it's called Sweat It Out. I have 5 questions hoping to make you sweat just a little bit. Are you ready to play?
Let's go.
All right, he was excited. I like this. All right, I think we've had a couple other Arizona Staters on, and I don't know if they got this right, so I'm just going to try again with you. What year did Arizona State win the NCAA team championship in wrestling? So I just need the year.
It's 1988.
You got it.
Let's go, baby.
I think
good.
a lot of people answer 87.
Yeah, some people. Yeah, there's been like
And
87.
I always
yeah.
I was like, it's 88, I think.
I knew it was something 8. I almost said 1978, but I was like, there's no way Zeke was on that
No,
team.
it would have been. You got it. Nice work. Number 2, what product uses this as a slogan? On the safe side of driving.
Is it Liberty Mutual?
No.
It's liberty, liberty, liberty.
Uh,
I don't know.
I mean, I'll give you a hint. It's where you're from.
it's a good year.
Yep. Good year. So
Oh, yeah, I got to prep people. He's always looking around where you're
Yeah.
from.
you don't want to prep him.
What you're interested
in.
what bands you like,
Yeah,
what
don't-
shows you like, and that. So, but anyways,
Number 3, who is the only heavyweight boxing champion to complete his career undefeated?
Heavyweight?
Yep. Heavyweight.
Damn. No. Damn, I was gonna say Roy Jones, but he lost. He's not undefeated. I don't.
Way back when, a guy named Rocky Marciano. 49-0, 43 knockouts. Maybe you've never even heard of him.
I don't think I have.
Okay. Well, we've educated you on that.
where'd that question? Just a
Yeah.
random question.
Just a random. I know you like Floyd Mayweather,
I love Floyd.
and he ended undefeated. So I thought, maybe you knew who the heavyweight boxing champion who ended undefeated. So
Now
they
you do.
both, yeah. So you got that one now
Nice.
in your arsenal at least. Number 4, what restaurant does Happy Gilmore do a commercial for?
Is it Subway?
Yep.
Yeah, let's go. Come on.
Subway. And then number 5, Arizona State has produced some heavyweight UFC champions. Name 2 heavyweight UFC champions that attended Arizona State.
No, one's Cain Velasquez.
Yep.
Right.
One's Kane.
Ah.
And one's like early.
Bob something?
No.
Is it Rob something?
3 letters in his name, though.
3 letters in his name, though.
Rob?
No.
Ted? He came in the room. Like I know who you're talking about. It's like when the UFC first started, right?
Yeah,
Yeah.
UFC first started.
Yeah.
He's whispering it to you here. So it starts
Dan.
with Dan,
Oh, Dan.
the Beast.
I know he used to go in there and freaking. He was that guy with the
Yeah.
with that Asian dude, right?
Yeah. Dan the Beast Severn.
Severed.
Yep.
Severed?
Yep.
Dan
Severn.
Severn.
Yep.
And Severed. Yeah, he actually
So-
came in the room. I knew who you were talking about.
So we'll give you half a point there. So maybe through it all, you got 3 points total, 3.5. Maybe we'll round up. So it's up to Mark. He's rolling the show here.
We can do that. We can do whatever we want.
Yep.
Roll up, forks up. Okay, one more little game. And this one's called Wins and Whoopins. So I want you to think back over the entirety of your career from 5 years old till the last match you just wrestled, and think of one win that stands out because it was an awesome win, or because you're proud of it, or because some little kid used to beat you and you headlocked him, or whatever, right? Come back.
Yeah.
And then one loss, which is like really memorable, but like because you got your ass kicked really bad.
Mm.
And you can answer either one first.
Let's go. I'm gonna go with my whooping first.
Yep.
Obviously, it's in the NCAA finals against Spencer Lee. That's a very memorable loss.
Sure.
And my win, the win that started it all for me was Fargo finals with Drew Matton at 113 pounds, juniors. That win just like kicked it off.
Next level stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah. Send him into the stratosphere. Awesome, man. Well, that's fantastic. Pal, you got anything else for our man?
Man, I'm excited about this. I'm excited that you're excited to come to Austin and be part of this. Like I just saw it visibly. Like you're just all in on this Michigan dual meet and the possibility of wrestling Nick Siriano. I'm excited about that too. So I'm glad you're excited.
It's gonna be awesome, man. And I just want to say thank you guys for hosting that. Because has something like this been done?
I don't think
Have
so.
you guys done this before with another duel or no?
Not quite like this. I don't think. You know,
Okay.
the way
Yeah.
that
So
we present it.
this is the start of something great. It's gonna be
Yeah.
sick.
Hope that's the plan. You know, we'd love
Yeah.
to have an awesome event and do it again, and maybe it's Michigan and Arizona State again. Maybe we do this every year. You know,
Hell yeah, that'd be sick.
it's above my pay grade, but I say roll with it. Let's do it.
Bro.
And the duel itself should be fire. I mean, you guys were
Oh,
fourth and
yeah.
fifth last year.
Yeah, it's gonna be freaking electric, man.
I mean, yeah, two NCAA finalists. It's your way. What do we got? Second and fourth ranked at heavyweight or something like that. Both got world titles. You got an Olympic medalist. You got.
Yeah.
I don't even know how many. I would have to go through this duel and think about maybe over 10 All-Americans.
Yeah, it's good. Do you like Nick Suriano?
Yeah, of course.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I mean, you talked about it a little bit, but I just didn't know how many times you guys went live. If you know kind of some things about his tendencies, if that's going to apply in this duel.
We wrestled a good amount to know what each of us do.
Heck yeah.
A little tiny bit.
I would say, hey, come on to Austin, enjoy the weather because it'd probably be cold. And I was like, no, not in Arizona.
In Arizona.
Yeah. Actually, a little chilly, man.
Yeah.
It's like 70s.
70s and it's chilly. This guy.
Hey, I'm used to the heat, man.
Yeah, I mean we are too, but not maybe to the degree.
Yeah.
You know that it is there. It's 70 today and it's nice here. So.
Mm.
Yeah. It'll be nice for the Michigonians. Is that Michigonians?
Sure. Yeah, Michigonians.
Michigonians.
I'm most excited about. I mean, obviously, I'm excited about my match. I'm most excited about Colton Schultz match.
That's well, for sure before the Nick transfer, I was like, oh, that's the main event. That's the one, and it still is. But man, 25 is just as exciting to me now.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, this is like bookends, right? We started 25. It's gonna be like. Fuck me.
It's gonna be awesome.
Yeah,
it's gonna be
great.
Awesome.
Yeah. I'm so glad you guys are doing this.
You bet, man. Well, I'm looking forward to seeing you down here. Probably see you on January 1st when y'all get in. And appreciate you coming on. I'll give you the final word. Plug your social media. Say hi to somebody. Tell a joke. Anything you want to do. Words of wisdom.
Hi, Mom. Love you. And also follow me on Instagram at Brandon Courtney 01. Just drop some merch. Go check that out.
There you go. Brandon Courtney 01. Follow him on Instagram. Thanks so much for joining us, Brandon. We'll see you in a couple weeks.
Thank you, guys.
All right. Thanks, man. Take care.
Yep.
All right. Another successful one in the books.
I'm going to be watching that duel because I won't be down here.
You won't be down here.
I'll be in Iowa, so I'll be at Midlands, and then I'll be watching that duel. But that's must-see wrestling right there.
Yeah. I mean, think what Midlands is the 29th,
30th.
And then take the 31st off, and then you got the scuffle on the first and the second, and this dual meet on the third. So, and you got Powerade in between there, and Beast of the East if you're in high school wrestling. So, a lot of great stuff going on.
It's getting real.
Yeah.
So it's gonna be fun. And then even this weekend, just plugging this in Humboldt, Iowa State versus Purdue. Kevin Dresser's from Humboldt. So is Tony Ursuline, both from the same Iowa town, and they're gonna have it in the Humboldt gym. You can watch that on FloWrestling too.
Awesome.
Yeah.
Fantastic. For Kyle Klingman, I'm Mark Bader. Thanks for joining us. We'll see you next time.